What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. Top of the morning, everybody. I got a question to ask you guys. Richard Schaefer made a comment, and he said this before the win of Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. Okay, this is a hot topic, and it's a topic that I want to ask you guys about. Richard Schaefer said that everybody wanted to see the Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence fight over the Spence Crawford fight. I don't know about that one. I want you guys' opinion on that. What fight was more in demand to see? I believe it was Spence Crawford, but I am a diehard boxing fan. I'm not a casual. Okay, I know enough about the sport. I know a thing or two about the sport of boxing. So that just might be me. Maybe on a casual standpoint, maybe it is Garcia and Spence. I don't know. You guys tell me about that. However, my problem with Schaefer is he made a statement that said that if Errol beats Mikey Garcia, he'll be number one pound for pound. How? You know what I mean? Like, that's just like Oscar De La Hoya beating, if he would have beat Manny Pacquiao, that would have made him pound for pound the best fighter in the world. But, that didn't happen because, not everyone can do what Manny Pacquiao can do, especially not Mikey Garcia. So I don't see why beating Mikey Garcia, a smaller guy like that, would warrant you the best pound for pound. You know what I mean? And the ironic thing about it is Richard Schaefer is trying to discredit a fight or make another fight better than the obvious fight. The elephant of the room is Terrence Crawford, not Mikey Garcia. You bring a guy up just because he calls you out. A lot of people will call you out that's not in your weight class. Jarrett Hurd called out Errol Spence. He told him to get a belt first. You know what I mean? Like, that don't have anything to do with anything else, man, then again, to be fair, Jarrett Hurd wasn't talking about going down in weight to fight him neither. So Mikey Garcia did come to his weight class and did challenge him and lost. Okay. But when you're dealing with 147, the champions at 147, and the guy that arrived there not too long ago is considered number one pound for pound or number two. Okay, because a lot of people bumped Mikey up to number two. I don't see how that happened that quickly. I don't see how people put him over Lomachenko just because it went over Easter. Easter honestly lost to Fortuna, right? So I don't see how he actually, that win over Easter warned him the best pound for pound. Maybe 3 or 4, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know why they would. But Errol Spence definitely wouldn't be number one. Okay, even if he beat Mikey Garcia or not. It's not his division, people. Okay, Mikey's division is 135. Now, if Errol Spence was at 135 and they met at 130, even 140, that should have been a catch weight, honestly. If Garcia's camp was smart. They're just trying to be Billy Badasses. They're trying to be like Roy Jones. You know what I mean? But they don't have that Roy Jones shit to them. They can't do what Roy Jones can do. That's why those guys are all-time greats. You look at Roy Jones, you look at Floyd Mayweather, you look at Manny Pacquiao, you look at these guys, Pernell Whitaker, another one, Oscar De La Hoya even. These guys were able to move up and up and up and up and defeat these guys. But they didn't do it overnight like Mikey, attempted to do, to be fair. Mikey jumped over the weight class that he previously visited to fight in a weight class that he didn't know anything about. That was his mistake. Okay. But the ironic thing about it, the guy that's considered the number one pound for pound fighter is Terrence Crawford, which is at 147. Why? I don't get why the PBC fighters are trying to, like the management, the promoters, the advisors, why are they trying so hard to keep real fights from happening? That's my problem with the PBC. They never want these real fights to happen. They give us these bullshit fights that might appear good to a casual. But anyone that knows boxing knows that damn fight ain't worth it. I mean, it's curious to see what Mikey's going to do. All that shit he talks, sure. You know what I mean? And I hate to compare this. This is a bad analogy, but like, when haven't you seen a Chihuahua barking at a fucking a pit bull? They're always going to, you know what I mean? You know, until that pit bull comes over there and they run off. They might run about 50 feet and still keep, you know, then stop and turn around and see they're not getting chased and do that same shit again. You know, that's pretty much what Mikey did, saying he was going to do this, saying he was better in every category, saying he was going to box him and beat him every round. He said all that. I get that. But at the end of the day, you know, Errol Spence had to show him what was up. He just didn't just stop him, you know, or drop him. You know, a lot of people, well, he couldn't stop him or drop him, you know, and you can pull that moral victory card bullshit if you want to, you know, but Mikey, the real truth is Mikey didn't supposed to be there. He didn't supposed to be there, no way. You know, and a lot of people, and it was clever though. I will say this, it was clever by Errol Spence by not stopping him and hurting him. You know what I mean? And really embarrassing him in front of the Mexican fans. That would have been some embarrassing shit. Honestly. It would have been. So, be that as it may, Errol Spence is not pound for pound to me. You guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. But until Errol Spence fights someone that is at pound for pound number 1 or number 2, he can't fight Loma. Loma's not that stupid, right? Loma knows 147 is not my division. He knows that. That's why he was the other one that said, I would root for him, but no, he's crazy. So, he can't fight him, but who can he fight? Somebody at his own weight class. At least give us Porter. If you don't want to fight Terrence and you're afraid of somebody that's not on your side of the street whooping that ass, why don't you fight Porter? Porter acts like he wants it. Porter got out of that Dennis fight, you know, from the hairs of his chinny chin. So he might want to put everything on the line for a unification. You know what I'm saying? He might try. It'll be a good fight because, you know, Sean Porter's game. He'll be a game fighter for anyone. I don't think he's the best, but he's considered one of the best welterweights. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he will beat everybody, but at least give us that. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I feel that that Errol Spence is not pound for pound number 1 just for beating Mikey Garcia. That's ludicrous to me, but that's my opinion. That's my counterpunch on it. You guys tell me what you think about Errol Spence. Is he number 1 to you guys? And if he is, why? Leave your comments in the description box on the comment section below. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.